light on the stage.
Did you were able to make a copy of that sheet? No, still not?
Good evening and welcome to our Central Board of Education. Today is December 11th and this is a regular meeting. In accordance with Public Law 231, both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting was provided to the press, the Galloway Township Municipal Building, and the district website on January 13th, 2023. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Avery? Here. Dr. Bashara Blau?
Here.
Dr. Billerwood?
Here.
Mrs. Chester? Here. Mrs. Colgettis? Here. Mr. Gentile?
Here.
Dr. Parmenter?
Here.
Mr. Dace?
Here.
And Mrs. Carmen.
Here, can we all rise for a flag salute led by Mrs. Colgettis, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. On the agenda this evening, we do have approval of minutes for the November 13th regular meeting. So can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Abstain. Abstain. Thank you. At this time, we'll open up for public comment. Is there any public comment to come before the board this evening? If so, if you could please come to the microphone, please. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to reading of communications. Mr. Santilli.
Good evening. So we have one communication, and that is from the Shirley May Breast Cancer Assistance Fund. One of the things that we've done as a district is we've continued a longstanding tradition of pitting different philanthropies, whether in the local community or even within our own district, to support. And through the generosity of our staff, we were able to raise $1,408 to be able to send to this very important initiative of the district. And I wanted to share their reply to us in communication to the Board of Education in receipt of that donation.
Wonderful, thank you. Moving on to presentations, please.
So first we'll start off with our student council rep. So welcome, Ryder. Thank you for joining us. And so you are in charge of, you are the secretary, correct?
Yeah.
Of special projects.
Yes.
So can you explain to the public what that means and what your role is with student council?
So I like help organize our fundraisers and events that we host throughout the school year.
Okay, excellent. All right, so you have a report for us, I understand. So why don't you go ahead and share that report with the board and the public?
So far this year, we completed our biannual Galloway roadside cleanup in October. November 11th, we celebrated Veterans Day at the Galloway Senior Center with township officials and citizens. We also participated in the GTMS Veterans Breakfast celebration. We held a Thanksgiving food drive and it was a huge success. We collected a whopping total of over 450 items, which were all donated to the Beacon Church. This month, we are hosting our annual Galloway Elks Essay Contest on patriotism. Later on throughout the year, we will also be hosting the winter clothing drive for the Atlantic City Rescue Mission. We will also have the GTMS Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Essay Contest sometime in the month of January. Overall, the student council has had a lot of fun so far this year, and I can't wait to see what we can do in the future. Thank you for your time.
That was a very comprehensive report. Thank you. And I'm glad that you shared some of the upcoming events, and we get to look forward to what's up and coming at GTMS, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you have any questions, be sure to get Mrs. Colgan's attention, and she will get my attention, and we'll come in, okay?
Yeah.
Moving on with the presentations.
All right, so we have two different presentations, and I'm going to transition down to the podium and down onto the main floor. First, we're going to start with our ACUA Student Recognition for Recycled Arts contest winners. So I'll be calling the staff down to join me that helped to organize those submissions. And then also we're going to have some board member recognitions as well. So transition on. All right, so we are going to transition to some student recognitions. And at this time, will Ms. Prost, let's see, who else we have here? Ms. Keeler, I'm sorry, and also Ms. Delia. Why don't you come down and join me? And we'd like to recognize the students that are receiving these awards. But ultimately, I know that some students were able to bring their projects. I know some are still, I think, on display with ACUA. Oftentimes, we get asked by our, outside community supporters that, hey, we have competitions that are going on. We certainly capitalize on taking advantage of the work that we do, whether it's science or STEAM, and of course, in our GEM program. So ultimately, we want to showcase the students' efforts and, of course, our staff for being able to participate in this and recognize our students as well. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you. I have the certificates, but I'm going to let you share all of the recipients and what they submitted.
Good evening, everyone. So this fall, the Pepin GEM students in Galloway had the opportunity to participate in the 9th annual ACUA Recycled Art Contest. The goal of this contest is to heighten awareness about waste that we generate and focus more on recycling and repurposing trash items. Students were challenged to create unique pieces of art out of materials that would normally be discarded. The completed pieces were displayed at the Galloway Township Public Library, and from there they were transported to ACUA for judging and displaying. On November 18th, the winners were announced at the ACUA's annual America Recycles Day celebration. And I'm proud to announce the following winners. So we had a few categories, the ages 8 and under category. Coming in at 3rd place was Wally Recreated by Arik Buss, a Roland student, 3rd grader. Would you like to come down, please? Second place, ice cream. Oh, I see you in the back. By Annalise Isom. first place, Volcanic Wonder.
Winning an honorable mention in that category is Juju Smith by Leo Martinez, urging at Smithville. In the ages 9 to 13 category, in third place, we had Fernando the Flamingo by Jared Dennis, 6th grader at Smithville. In second place, Lion of Judah by Ionalua Ianusi, and she's in 7th grade at GTMS.
And the first place winner for ages 9 to 13, Erica Resmarowski, Mama Goose, 5th grader at Reach Road.
All right, so we're going to get a quick photo op with our staff. Thank you for your support. All right, everybody smile. All right, thank you very much. Congratulations. On behalf of the board, we know that you probably ran here and maybe you need to have dessert before dinner. Congrats. Thank you very much. At this time, we would like to recognize two of our board members. So will Dr. Bill and Mrs. Cole Geddes please join us down here on the floor. So on behalf of the Board of Education, myself, and President Carmen, we wanted to extend our deepest appreciation and thanks for your service to the Board of Education from 2021 to 2023. A lot of nights, a lot of agendas, but a lot of good work that came during the time. So thank you. I know we had a long time to be able to work together, but I've enjoyed the opportunities and I've enjoyed the dialogue, and you've been a great asset to the Board of Education. So thank you very much on behalf of the entire board. I wish you the best of luck.
And now we will turn the agenda over to Mr. Santilli for the superintendent's report.
So before we continue, I just wanted to let the families know and our students that were here for receiving their recognitions for the ACUA. If you don't want to stay for the entire agenda, we will not be offended in any way, shape, or form. We certainly thank you for your time and bringing your children out to celebrate with us. But it's okay if you want to move on to other things tonight. We certainly will not be offended. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on with the superintendent's report. First, we have our attorney's report at this time, so I guess I'll go.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and happy holidays. From the last time we met, I've had the opportunity to work with the district on policy matters, student matters, and contractual matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also, 6.2, you can see attached is our student enrollment report, as well as 6.3, our out-of-district suspension report, and finally 6.4, our harassment, intimidation, and bullying report. All those are for your reference, and no vote is needed at this time.
We can continue on with curriculum instruction, please.
So at this time, we'd like to move forward for approval items 7.1 and 7.2 for field trips and field work.
Can I have a motion to approve items 7.1 and 7.2?
So moved.
Second?
Is there any board comment? May I have a roll call?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashara Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgatis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes. Moving on to finance and facilities, was there a meeting this evening?
Sorry, yes, there was a meeting, finance and facilities, everyone fine, we had one or two questions about the bill list, which was almost self-explanatory. And facilities report, everything is running very smooth so far.
Any
Can I
questions?
add anything or, no?
Any questions from Mr. Davis? Seeing none, moving on with finance and facilities, please.
Thank you. Items 8.2 through 8.19 are up for your review and approval.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 8.2 through 8.19, please?
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Can I have a roll call? Yeah.
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashara Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgatis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes, and just for the board, item 8.9, the budget calendar, please just look at those dates that are on there and making sure that everybody's available and understands what the constraints are with timing. Moving on to personnel, please.
So under personnel, we'd like to approve items 9.1 through 9.5.
Can I have a motion to approve items 9.1 through 9.5?
So moved.
Second?
Is there any board comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashara Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgatis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes.
So I believe we do have one new hire that we have in public tonight. So for the first time, I'd like to introduce Amanda Husta, 12-month CST secretary. If you can give a big wave to the board, they can put a name and face together. Congratulations.
Welcome. Welcome to district. Moving on to policy, please.
So first, under item 10.1, we have our committee report.
Dr. Parmenter.
The policies that we went over for this month were statutory nature, and the other policies are second reading.
Is there any questions for Dr. Parmenter? Seeing none, we'll move on with policy, please.
So first, we're going to be moving policy in two sections this evening. So first, we are looking to approve items 10.2 to 10.11. These are for second and final reading.
Can I have a motion to approve items 10.2 through 10.11, please?
Second?
Is there any board comment? May I have roll call, please?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashir Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgettis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes.
Also, we'd like to approve items 10.13 through 10.18. These are policies for first reading.
Thank you. Can I motion to approve 10.13 through 10.18?
So moved.
Second?
Is there any board comment? May I have roll call?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashir Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Abstain.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgettis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes. Moving on to informational items.
So under informational items, we just have our board calendar as attached. In addition, special events, I just want to draw the board's attention to our upcoming concerts. So we're going to have a very busy week this week into next week. And I certainly would encourage you to come out and join us as we celebrate the season and certainly celebrate our students as they put on many different performances from all our elementary schools and middle school. Dates are listed. All the start times are at 6 p.m.
Thank you. Moving on to old business, we do have affirmation of the hit determination reports for November 13th, for the reporting period of October 7th to November 6th, 2023. Can I have a motion to approve item 12.1, please?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any board comment? May I have roll call?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashir Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgettis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes, we do have an item under new business this evening, Mr. Santilli.
So under new business, we have a resolution for the board's consideration that would be shared with town hall in regards to polling places. Really, the resolution is at the request of the board, making a request to town hall to remove polling places from our schools in consideration for the start of the 2024 school year. Obviously, this is something that with the board's approval, I would then forward to town hall and the town manager and mayor for their consideration in recognition of this resolution moving forward.
Thank you. So can I have a motion to approve item 13.1, please?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any board comment?
Yes, this is something I've been asking for many years, and I hope the township and the county and the state approves it, because I feel it's unsafe to have polling places in our schools, especially during the school day. People can come in and who knows what they might say or do to our children. And safety comes first.
Thank you. Is there any other comments?
I just have a quick comment. I mean, right now, we're not in school on that day. We're not in school on that day, but it's still sort of a safety issue when you think about it. You can actually see what the school looks like and everywhere to go while we're in here. But the secondary part of that is that that is the most disruptive week of the entire school year, and it's an extra day that we're offering, particularly children with special needs. That is an awful week. It just really throws the entire month off. So just need to say that because it really is, it's just next level disruptive to everyone.
Yep, that's a good point.
Well, also, I believe that's a lot of times because the week that there's a teachers convention also.
It's a very
It's a
disruptive.
very disruptive week.
Any other comments? Okay, can I have roll call, please?
Mrs. Avery? Yes. Dr. Bashir Blau?
Yes.
Dr. Billwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Chester?
Yes.
Mrs. Colgettis?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes. Again, at this time, I'll open up the meeting for public comment. Is there any public comment to come before the board today? Yes, if you would come to the microphone right over there.
Hi, public members of the public board. I was a student once at this school, and I was actually a student of your son, Mr. Dace, Rich Dace Jr., great man. And him and Mr. Ribka were one of my favorite they were my favorite because they were my history teachers. And they encouraged me to learn about the community I lived in. And Mr. Ribka actually offered extra credit for those who went to the polling places and learned with their parents about how our elections work. I think it would behoove the students and the public to have their kids learn about how our elections work so that way they can make informed decisions about our elections.
Thank you. If you could, before you leave, if you could sign in so we have, there should be a sign sheet there. Thank you. Is there any other public comment this evening? Seeing none, we're going to go around the board. Mrs. Chester. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I don't know if
I'm sorry. I just wanted to just mention the calendar. We once again just have one meeting per month, and there are some months of the year that I feel like that is not adequate. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, but it does feel like there are some months where it's a really long time between two meetings, and there are things that I'm concerned that are either been stale by the time we get to them, or we don't get to them at all. So just a concern there. But otherwise, I want to congratulate everyone who participated in the ACUA contest. It was really fun. I was there that day and we were making stuff and getting it over with, and it was a super fun day. So congratulations.
Thank you. As far as the board calendar, that's something that we set. So if you have a concern or for a specific month, let Mr. Santilli know. We can discuss it as a group and decide if we need to meet additional times or not. Mr. Gentile?
Yes, we had a youth advocacy meeting this past month. There was no formal report issued as a result of the meeting. Just to update the board. Mr. Santilli and I had a very constructive conversation about extending the Lettuce program, if you will, to include more weeks this summer so as to assist more families. And we were actively engaging in that process. I also spoke about capturing data from the Ascenda contract that we approved, I think, 2 meetings ago to ensure that they are meeting the mental health needs of our students in ways that was anticipated by that contract. And also we were looking at expanding the number of concerts, Christmas concerts, the students go to throughout the community during the season. So nothing substantive, but I wanted folks to know that these are the sort of things we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Bashir Black?
As always, it's always nice to see so many students here. I just want to echo what Belinda said and congratulate. I know most of them have left, if not all of them. Congratulations to all those who did win the ACUA contest. And then welcome to everyone new to the district. And I just want to wish everyone a happy, healthy new year.
Dr. Parmenter?
I'd like to echo what Belinda and Alexis said about the students participating and winning in the ACUA contest and showcasing their product to us. That was a nice treat for us. Also, welcome to the district. I also want to say I attended on last Tuesday. I attended New Jersey School Board Association meeting in Helsingin, and it was really enlightening. And I would encourage board members to, when they can't attend in person, the food is usually very good. And the company that you eat and meet there is always very good. And the topics are really fascinating. So I would encourage everyone, if they can, to attend in person as opposed to virtual. And I would also like to say, I hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year and happy holiday season. And we'll see you in 2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Davis?
I just concur with Belinda in reference having once in a while a second meeting in a month, so we know it might be a little touchy here and there. Keep everybody advised what's going on. Second, Ryder is your name. Welcome to our Board of Education meeting. And any questions, you'll get a chance to ask comments, I'm sure. I'd also like to congratulate all the students who received awards tonight. It shows what our district consists of. Great bunch of students. young men, young ladies, really fantastic. And you go on again, Susan, Ebenezer, congratulations on what you did for the last several years. God bless you in the future. And attend our meetings so you can criticize us maybe for what we're not doing. And finally, if you say happy holidays to everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Have a safe and healthy New Year, and God bless us all. Thank you.
So Ryder, is this how you guys conduct your meetings at GTMS?
Yeah, something.
Just like this? Sort of though, right?
Yeah.
Do you need anything from us, or do you have any questions for us?
No.
Okay, well, we encourage you to come back and keep us informed and keep the council members coming, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Mrs. Colgettis, anything for this evening?
Just to thank everybody, and what a privilege, it's a privilege and an honor to serve on the school board, and to see the dedication that everyone here has, not personal agendas, but dedication to doing the right thing for people, and not just for your own people, but for all people. And I think about how important public education is. And there's few things in life that are an entitlement. And public education is one of those things. And how we need to advocate for that and to give our opinions on that and to help shape that, or what are the important things to us as our community. So to be able to have my children go around and collect signatures and get on the ballot and get elected and do 3 years and serve and give my opinions and be heard like this is really powerful. And again, it was an honor and a privilege, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for everybody here who sacrifices their time and their energy and their thoughts. And I know that there was, especially with the transition and with COVID, this was hard. This was real, I'm tired. Right? I'm tired. It was a very hard time, and we all got through it successfully, and then to see this, right? It's almost like it just disappeared, right? Here we are, looking at children's art, and here's this nice filled room, and we're back to educating everybody. And so I thank you all. I thank you for your fortitude and your perseverance, which, I'm like at the end of my line, but if I could, I would. But I am really been very happy, and the insight that I got from this experience was really powerful, and I'm thankful and grateful for it. Thanks so much. Thank you. Dr. Bilodeau.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I have to thank God for giving me the privilege to serve on this board and to really work for our district. These people up here, they are the best. I kind of paid attention to what is going on around the country, and if you look at different school districts and what is happening throughout the country, they've managed to keep our district away from all that mess. And they've done an excellent job for that. I am privileged, basically, to be part of this. And I am so happy that I work with the right people, with the right mind, and matured people that really concerned about the school district. They are concerned about the students, they are concerned about the parents, and they want the best for our students. Because these students are the future of this country. The president we have today was a student in high school, in elementary school. And it might be the next president of the United States, we never can tell. So what we put in them now is what they are going to actually practice when they grow up. So this school district is, is really good, and I'm happy that I really did my best for the past 3.5 years. The first time when I first started, actually, I have to move things around in my office in order to be here on time. I used to come late because I was not expecting what I met, So moving things around was a little bit difficult, and they were able to work with me so that I gradually learned the process and knows how it works, Also, our former superintendent, when she was going, I was really scared, to be honest with you guys. I was really scared. I thought we weren't going to get someone that is as good as her. You know? So throughout the interview period, I was skeptical about Mr. Santelli. I was really skeptical. Because I was like, will he be able to meet up the standards set by Dr. Anit? And to my surprise, not because that is here, not because that is here. Right from the very day that we interviewed him, he proved to be one of the best. He proved to be one of the best. And that gave me the comfort that he will carry on the mantle. And with the help of the board, this school, the children, they will go high and they will make need for the community. I wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance, and thank you for the opportunity you've given me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mrs. Avery. And I want to personally thank both of you for all your commitment and your time. I understand exactly what you mean when you say it's a time commitment, and it's, we're a group and we do a lot of things not in this room, and I just want to say thank you so much for bringing a different perspective, thank you so much for your time, thank you so much for, Dr. Bill, I know, if you come late, but you did change your schedule, right? I mean, we got it situated, and, just being flexible and everything that goes along with that, and it was very much appreciated. Different points of view, I think, were it means so much to have different points of view on the Board of Education, right? If we all thought the same, that wouldn't be a good thing. So whether we all agree or disagree, it's just a wonderful thing, and I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for the years of service. And with that, is there any other comments this evening? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn? We do not have executive session. Do we have executive? All agree? Aye, thank you, meeting adjourned. Happy holidays.